Documentation is essential. Adding documents in Ancestry and FamilySearch. I'm Leslie Randle, and I will show you how to share documents in both trees. It has been said that genealogy without documentation is mythology. We all share the frustration when someone attaches a person to a tree without sources. It can be confusing. Without documentation, it's unbelievable. Sometimes a person is merged into our family tree. It's only through documentation that we can determine if it is indeed correct or not. This photo of two women and a toddler is marked Elvira and Anne. Elvira is my third great-grandmother, Elvira Morgan, and her daughter, Anne Davis. But which woman is Elvira? In this small town in Wales, there were two women named Elvira Morgan. They were born 4 years apart. One married Morgan David, a stonemason. They were the parents of 10 children. One daughter was named Anne. Per a death certificate, we learned Elvira David, wife of Morgan David, a stonemason, died at the age of 39 in childbirth. The certificate proved Elvira was not the elderly grandmother we once thought in the photo, but she is the younger woman. Now that her age of death was known, we could determine her year of birth, distinguishing between the other Elvira. Now we knew the correct parents. This is the death certificate documented in Ancestry in Elvira's gallery. This is the same document entered into her memories in FamilySearch. In Wales, where my ancestors are from, documentation is necessary to distinguish between different people who have the same name. Centuries of patronymics has created hundreds of David Davis, William Williams, and John Jones living in close proximity. Care must be taken to note the differences and similarities between the same named people, such as birth years, locations, addresses, homes, farms, occupations, and family relationships. It is vital to include these documents in trees. Otherwise, research can be muddled with inaccuracies. Transferring this documentation between Ancestry and FamilySearch is important to maintaining the integrity of your research and the contributions to each public tree. Birth, marriage, and death certificates, burial, probate, parish records, and census schedules are just some of the documents which can be included in an Ancestry's gallery. Additionally, photos of the person, a family, home, or a headstone will enrich the details and accuracy of their life story. Documented facts break down genealogical brick walls. For example, the 1921 UK census includes 15-year-old Margaret Thelma Lewis living in Penygray, Glamorgan, Wales, with her grandparents, Gomer James, and his wife Elizabeth. The census states that her father is dead and her mother is abroad. Where did Margaret belong in the family tree? Who were her parents? All 4 of Gomer's and Elizabeth's children were documented. Or were they? The online indexes of the UK Government Registry Office, or GRO, was searched, and amazingly, there was only one Margaret Thelma Lewis, born in 1906. Here is the entry in blue. She was documented in the registration district where Gomer's family lived, and according to the index, Margaret's mother's maiden name is James. A digital copy of the birth registration entry was ordered and available in minutes. This certificate shows that Elizabeth James was indeed her mother. It also named her father William Ewart Lewis. Now the search was on to discover more corroborating documents pertaining to the Lewis family. The 1911 census was located in Ancestry. 4-year-old Thelma was living with parents William and Elizabeth Lewis at 29 Amos Hill in Penygray. Her parents had been married for 5 years. Here is the 1905 Civil Marriage Record Index for William Ewart Lewis and Elizabeth James. A 1913 newspaper obituary was found for William Ewart Lewis, stating his address at 29 Amos Hill. The obituary also included the name of his father and the name of the cemetery where he was to be buried. The 1913 admin of his will stated his death date, the Amos Hill address, and named Elizabeth his widow. The probate record was ordered showing William died intestate. Previously, this Elizabeth James was only documented with census records and had been confused with another Elizabeth James and put into an incorrect family. Margaret Thelma Lewis was the key to detangling this genealogical error. Now we will enter her birth document into the trees. Begin with Ancestry. Choose the Gallery tab on her profile page. Choose a file, clicking the blue bar. Upload the document into the gallery using a PNG or JPEG format. A PDF is not directly viewable and must be downloaded first. I chose the certificate template because it has a transcription field. Fill out the fields from the information on the certificate. Use an asterisk for any letters or words you cannot decipher. You may edit and update information after additional research. In the description box, describe the document and reference source of the certificate. The date of the document is the date it was registered. In the transcription box, type the information on the certificate pertaining to Margaret's birth in this instance. The blue Add a Person Links + will link the certificate to anyone in the tree who is mentioned in the document. The document will show their gallery as well. There's no need to upload the same document multiple times. This saves time and file size. Anyone who links the document to their own tree will be shown in the Saved By section. This is very helpful to be able to check DNA or family matches as well as documentation in others' trees. Margaret's birth entry with links to her parents is now finished. We will now return to her profile page. Click once on Margaret's birth description box. It will turn dark and arrows will point to linked sources that support birth facts. Margaret's source box contains the 1911 and the 1921 UK census records and the civil birth registration source from Grow. Click the Edit button in the upper right or the left white square inside the birth information box. This brings you to Margaret's media and source section for her birth. Click on Attach Media and we will see two blue dot choices in the Other Media section. A 1906 birth and spoiler, her 1938 death. Since we are in her birth section, we will only add the image of her birth certificate. Click on the blue plus circle by the lower birth entry. This moved Margaret's birth to the upper section and attached the birth media. The media now has an X by it. Clicking on the X will remove it and return it to the lower Other Media box. Close the box by clicking the X in the most upper right corner and return to the profile page. A quick glance on her timeline shows that you have added her certificate to her media gallery, and the source box points to 3 sources to support this birth fact. Open a second computer window and log into FamilySearch to add the same document to Margaret's FamilySearch profile. Click on her Memory tab. Click the upper left box. With the 2 screens side by side, enter the information already entered in Ancestry. When completed, press Continue. Prompts will now guide you to tag the document. Margaret is tagged first, as this is her memory account. The tagging box size can be altered or moved with blue dots. Press the green circle when completed. Continue to tag any others mentioned in the document. As with Ancestry, Margaret's parents are tagged in this document. Type the name tags identical to how they appear in FamilySearch. Open the description fields in FamilySearch by clicking the Edit button. It will turn blue when the cursor hovers over it. With the info boxes side by side, open the Ancestry description box. Copy what was written and paste it into the Family Search description box. Close the Ancestry box. Open the Ancestry transcription box and copy what was written from the certificate. Paste it at the top of the same description box in Family Search. 2 boxes in Ancestry will be merged to 1 box in Family Search. The process was completed quickly. The document is now entered into Family Search. Margaret and her parents have been tagged. The document will now appear in each of the parents' memory. The transcription of the document and other pertinent information has been recorded in the text boxes. After the document is screened by Family Search, the bottom black box will disappear and the information will be seen by anyone who is searching for Margaret's information. I hope you will feel the joy of adding the details of your ancestors' lives for everyone to read and share.